Well, good morning, our beloveds. We are post Christmas mortem. It is amazing how many of you creatures struggle with the holidays because there is a rigidity and a structure and expectations. So maybe be more like the Israelites who had to rely on the manna that dropped down from heaven every night to feed them, where you don't worry about what tomorrow will bring or what it will look like. You simply are on a journey to get back home, wherever that may be, and it may take you 40 years to get there. Becoming you is not an overnight journey. It is a lifelong journey where you lean into your heart's desires, which will change with time and age, as well as opportunity. If you look at the options that are available to the youth now, as to compared to when you were young, whatever age you are, you will see that even the outward world is changing pretty profoundly. And what is available now wasn't available 20 years ago, and vice versa. The young people have more options, but they actually have less opportunity to find stable, lifelong employment. You know what we mean. And it is neither good nor bad, it simply is. So how can you enjoy life more? Our another has learned this lesson this time around, the holiday season. She didn't celebrate it as Christmas with whatever expectations that go with it. It was just effectively another weekend where family gets together, enjoys one another, laughs, cries, and annoys each other as well. It is the laughter and the lightness that our another now really notices and appreciates, and the flexibility. When you don't have an expectation of what this day, this holiday, is meant to look like, and instead you just collaborate with everybody around and see what the collective wants to do, and then you do it, even though some may say, well, that wasn't my first choice. And then you extricate yourself from what you think others should be and do, who gets you gifts, who doesn't, which gifts are better. Maybe somebody's love language is not to give you a gift, but to spend the quality of time with you. You cannot measure the wealth and the cost of that, because when you are dead and gone and they are dead and gone, what you take with you to the other side are not the presents that people purchased you, but the memories and the learning opportunities that were granted. So maybe look less at the gift giving and more at the time spending as the most measurable gifts, where you receive an imprint of their soul and an essence of love and appreciation, reminding you that money does not buy happiness. It just buys you a better lifestyle and more choices. But if it bought you happiness, then the wealthiest people would be happier, which we can assure you is not the case. There is so much variation in holidays and happiness and hierarchy. So step outside of that paradigm and that expectation and pretend that every holiday is just a day that you get to spend with loved ones. And every time you get together, just collaboratively say, what do we wish to do today? And then use a democratic approach to work through the likes, the dislikes, and what it feels like to be in a collaborative process of figuring out what's in the best interest of the collective, though fully understanding it may not be what you want, what you prefer, even what you demand. Allow the collective consciousness based on love and excitement to pull you forward, and you might experience something that you would never experience when you are in control, when you are dictating what it is to look like, when you are the master of your domain. When you are part of a collective instead of the greeter and the cheater, you will find what it is to merge and blend with others and to see life through the eyes of another, because their wishes are fulfilled. Their love language is honored. And then and only then can you know what it is to be loved through the eyes of another, because it requires that you set aside your demands of what it is to look like and instead allow in what love really looks like. It is soft, it is tender, it is fog that just creeps in through the crevices, the openings, the doors, the windows. And it fills the entire house with its essence. And then it just settles down and creates a moist, soft environment that may be a bit cool, but will dissipate as the warmth and the love of the humans absorbs it. You will find what you find when you find it, and until you find it, you will still be seeking, and that is okay. Just know that we continue to invite you in, to allow you in, and to inspire you to come within. But it is up to you to follow the smoke, the breadcrumbs, the clanging sound of love that will pull you down the road, out of your house, and out of your comfort zone. Where we love, it feels different. And you'll know it when you arrive, because it will make you feel seen and loved as well, even though it may not be on your timeline, your dictates, or even your expectations. It is just something that the universe has specifically planned, created, and crafted for you, to remind you that the universe does have an intelligence, that we do know what we are doing, and that it does make sense when you stop, drop, and surrender. And so it is. Namaste.